Hey everyone, it's 10x Dragon, and I am in the middle of Royal Chalice with LH0 here in Kingdom 360, but obviously you go to Kingdom 71 whenever you're fighting. So this is for Paladin. It's more for the kind of bragging rights and a good way just to get kills. And here I am just filling. We've already been black doing quite a bit. Supertashi and a few others are there. So it's really important when you are filling to really look at the chat and see what's going on and send what they want to send. To make it easy, and because it's so dynamic, I tend to do a 50-50 split between T5 and T4. So if they say send 785, I'm sending 35, 40, and 25 of both T5 and T4. So you just gotta type it in really quick and scroll up and that aspect of it. So 780, so that would be 40. So that just makes the math so much easier. Otherwise you have to get all these big spreadsheets and that sort of thing. But sometimes it does matter, like if you're doing AMP or anything like that. And you have to fill fast, because then otherwise that happens and it might already be full. And in that case, then you just kind of fill whatever. 7, 3, 135 left. So in this case, I'm just going to send the T4. Just because it's easier, I'm just going to send 7, so it's 35, 40, 25, then I'm just going to, whatever's left, I'm just going to send on the T5 here. So you gotta be fast. That's the problem, like when you're doing that. And so I was a little distracted getting everything set up here. Let me actually pull my seat down a little bit so you can actually see. I didn't have time to make everything too pretty here. All right, and Rock is about to send something here too. Let me just hide the chat. All right, perfect. And we're just waiting for them to walk. So it helps if when you're filled, if you have a big infirmary, so you don't have to heal every second. Okay. So here I actually have about probably half the infirmaries I normally do, because I'm still building up my comp in this guild. So you need over like 50 million, 60 million troops. And under 3 billion, you still have the shield here. So let me just kind of make sure nothing's going on. Okay. So here, when you're doing Chalice, it's really kind of for that title of Paladin. So the Paladin gets 100,000 gems and about 120 million gold. So the Chalices, which give you just different material pieces, apparently. And then if you win, you get gold of those 3, which we all have our gear, so that's not really that big a deal. But you can use Chalice points, and that's why it's good to be a filler. This is actually the first time I've done that, so I've already gotten 86,000 points here, and then you can get everything from packs like Gargantuan pack, Frostwing pack, maybe to License to Kill, which you normally can't buy. The XP boosts and resources. So it's okay. It's just mainly most for kills and bragging rights. The rewards are not all that. Here. And this is actually the last round here. So kill fast. It's gonna be too late. So you got to really pay attention. So I'm gonna actually start focusing here a little bit more, and we are playing, I think, Tashi's guild here. So let's go 45, 35. And ideally, if you know what comps you're going to be doing first, you will put them in your as battalions, so you can just hit one of the numbers on the side. Yeah, I'm already probably gonna miss this or mess this up. 35, and then 25. Yeah, I messed it up, but whatever. Send. And speed up to make sure you're on time. You want to look at the rallying time and your travel time. You do not want to be a burden to the lead. He's got a lot of other things, or she has a lot of other things that she's paying attention to. So it's up to you as a filler to make sure you do that. And of course, I'm in my speed gear. I have my, let me see if you can actually see this here, but I have my, wrong screen. Okay. Well, so basically I have my sigils here on my speed gear. So when I'm filling it, can just go in fast, and I've got about 90 sigils so far total. 5. We've been black white bit here, and you know, I've got one on place. Alright, I don't know if that's a little bit better. You can actually see me now instead of being in a shadow. So I'm already in here. And most of the time you'll have a timer. So never speed up the timer. So that's something the lead handles when they want to do it, they'll do it, or the person assisting them. Typically, you'll actually be on a phone call with everyone as well. So it's faster than typing, going back and forth in chat or using Discord. That's really important. You know, time is of the effort. So then here we have, you really want to get the forts. Here we're going 9, 5, 6. And everyone has a different comp, and they always change it. So no matter how much you prepare for your battalions, you end up having to do this. So you just have to get used to it. And typically, I'll only just do 200. I won't go more than that for these type of events, because you'll end up with 0 troops. And also, it feels really fast, so you want to give everyone an opportunity to be involved. So you can see when you have your packs, the wolf pack sigils, and all the fillers have 1,600 total. That gives you the lead an extra 100% attack. So in wonders battles, so it makes a big difference here. What do you need? Okay, so now here's another one. We're going for the forts. He is going cav, I guess. I think he was 055. 505. So see, sometimes you have to wait and see what they want. So he's actually asking for 974 when he put in 505. So go ahead and do that. 45,000, 35,000, 20,000, 4, 35,000, and it's similar to 442, but that would be the equivalent of like 884. So this is actually a little bit even more heavier imp with a little bit less range comparatively, but then even less cavalry. So you're really going heavy on the imp. You get actually having more range also, so actually a pretty good one. speed up. It was 30 seconds, so I want to just make sure we're on time. All right, so it's 24 seconds. I'm there. And typically, if you're filling, you don't want to just randomly speed up people. You might think you're helping, but unless you're specifically asked to do something, do not do it. All right. It's also a good idea to have anti on when you're here, because when you're in the wonder, you don't have shields. Since I'm feeling I didn't bother to get a lead. So when you have 2 billion or so, they're less likely to hit you and rally you. So here we just got the cav attack fort, but they're gonna come back. And it looks like they had pulled. A lot of times the save troops people will pull when you hit, and then they'll go on the offense because then they can blackwing you and do things. Here now. 884. So 884 is really 622, 422, and I have that already. So it's so much easier when you have the battalion set up. Still want to speed up. These type of events allow you to have a rally point that's smaller than 5 minutes or 10 minutes, similar to that you can have in Dragon Arena. It would be nice if they actually allowed that in regular gameplay. Otherwise, it gives people too much time to get out of Fury. So here we hit this, we won. Trooper. Again, a one troop. People would just do that. But really the thing I'm going for this is actually kills more than anything else. So my Kingdom 1000 account actually has almost 450 million, even though it's so much younger, because I knew how to play and set everything up correctly. Than this account, but I'm getting close to 300 million here as well. So that's my goal right now, to get 300 million in kills on this account. But I do want to check my infirmary and see 47,000. I have still 400 left, so it's pretty safe in terms of that regard. If you're sending 50-50, typically you may send like 60-40, or they may actually send 80-20, or even 100%. 5, that tends to be more for Emperor. And then you can always ask, the bank and the leadership for resources when you participate in these events. Most of the time, they will provide it for you. But right now, it's so minor, I'm not even going to bother asking them right now. And actually, as R3, I have access to the bank anyway, so if I need it later, I can do that. Just want to constantly check here. See, it goes so fast. See, I'm just feeling for these 2 rallies here. So now we're going for these forts, because the forts really make a difference at this point. And they basically give 100% a boost on each of the attacks for each fort you have. So it's pretty substantial. So I don't know if they're going to pull here, or they're going to take it. What are they sending here? I don't even know what that is. There's a lot T5 there, so that T5 will probably die because it's under the 50%, and only the 40% will survive. I mean, only 60% survive. So if you send 60% of T5 and 40% of the T4 for that troop type, then you know only the secondary troop type will die and not the primary. He's full of 4 million, 25,000. So you can see that's one of our main leads, R5. 4 billion kills, get a person to learn from, 155 stars, and then getting there on the artifacts, but we actually have a lot stronger leads in guild than that as well. So even though my account was strong in restricted or closed kingdoms, you know, when you get into the open world, it's a whole another ball game. Especially when you're playing with people who've been playing for 5 years and, you know, 6 years on that end of it. Well, I thought I saw someone had 8 billion might. Yeah, so 8 billion might. So it's a completely different ball game. Where when you first go to open, most people try to stay with it under like 1.5 billion, 1.6 billion, and hit that sweet spot between like 1.2 billion and that. So then when you migrate and hop from kingdom to kingdom, it's not too expensive. But then you're always kind of running from these kind of group of people. Like there's Matty right there, and he's pretty well known. And so he's got Archduke, Riviere, and Warden. You can see his temper is like 12 on a lot of the champ gear, and he also has, I'm pretty sure this is the Emperor gear as well. So that gives him a really good strong advantage. He's got the 11k or 33k heroes as well, 35 billion might. So Archduke is 15% attack extra, 10% defense. Riviere gives 10% and half, and then Warden gives another 6%. So he's got a 72%, 77%. Rate 47,000 victories. Not a troop kills. Enemy might destroyed. That's a pretty big number. Wish I just got rid of that other click. There's so many things to confirm, and so you just got to do it really fast, or something you just have to kill really fast. So actually easier on a handheld device. That's basically the speed tier set that most people have. So it's not, and they'll switch at the last second. fort. And I bet you it was empty. They always tend to withdraw. Yeah, see, they always do that so they can always be the attacker. They don't ever do defense. Apparently. Gives them a little bit of advantage. In there though. In. Have a couple. Beat him. Ouch. Good hold. Oh. Yeah. Oh. No commander. No one's there. They pulled. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm worried. Interesting. So here's the map for Chalice in here. I think this is for times you've occupied it, maybe? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not actually. I don't even look at this. Maybe they're just numbering it. We hold 3 of them right now. Chalice. Matty's in there now. And you either want to have those attack force or have your allies have it so your enemies can't use it against you if you're holding. So let's see here. Sir Justice is coming at him. And now if you look at his gear there, well, right before he hits. Oh, did he not switch? Either he didn't switch or we missed it. Or he didn't. So as soon as they hit, I'm going to go ahead and fill that. I should have 27 minutes left. Traveling. And it looks like they're 442. So you can see that they're there. Did they pull? Yeah, they pulled already. Oh, that'd be nice to have some of those skills though. The main thing I'm looking for in this whole thing is to get kills. And then when you're doing rallies, like in this kind of environment though, you can see it goes up very, very slowly. So I probably only have like 200,000 kills this whole time. But the stat that goes up quite a bit is your EDM. And that's really what a lot of R5s look for. And this actually just shows how much enemy might you've destroyed. So here in this account, I've done over 35 billion. And even if you send 1 or 2 troops to a rally, you get credit for the whole amount. So some people just send 1 troop just to inflate that number as well. So you do take that with a grain of salt and look at the overall, account. Here, I have a 94% win rate. Overall, on my main one is almost like 97%. Oh, this is actually my other main one. I don't know what to call which one my main and my alt anymore. So they're both pretty strong. Let's go ahead and fill. So it's actually faster to speed up from the actual page right here, where there's a join the rally pages, because then you can just click it. So when you go to the rally battle, it's easier, and he needs 956, so 50 9 5. When you're time crunched and you get under the gun, like you gotta do this so quick, you're like, ah. It wasn't right, but literally I just made it. So he probably sent me back to because it was not on time. Speeding up, so that was silly of them. But speed is essential. You have to be on time. That's the thing. Unless he canceled it. So that could have been the other. Yeah, it looks like he just canceled actually. So I don't think he had enough though. So I can set right now. So that's 50% of. So as you guys already probably know, the first number is for infantry, the second is for your range, and the third number is for your cavalry. But again, if you go back here and do it, it's much faster. And I'm gonna check my infirmary. You just want to cross check. Seconds, 20 seconds, so I'm good. They don't pull. Take it. No. Oh wait, I was in that rally. I didn't even realize it. I was in there already. All right. So they must have scouted and seen something they didn't like, so they canceled really fast. That's why it's important to be on a call or multiple screens, have certain team members watching different aspects of the battle to let you know what's going on. And you can already see here we have 4 rallies set on us, just on the Royal Chalice right there. So we have Matty, Supertashi, Daddy, Paylong, and Sir Justice. So 1, 2, 3, 3 right here are the enemies, and then Matty's actually family guild. So that's why he just dropped off and canceled. And then sometimes what they'll do is they'll have it here, and that's for backup, because as soon as they hit, then he'll go ahead and hit. Whereas he'll cancel so it doesn't hit us, if that makes sense. So it's like insurance to make sure they don't get it for a good period of time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on us right now. Let's get the cavalry fort. What does he want? 4, so that's the same as 4, 4, 2. I'm going to go ahead right now quickly and check my infirmary. And still, it's really minor. It's 10 million here of each, so not that critical for me to ask from the bank yet. If you want to speed up, make sure I'm on time. That should do it. So being in speed gear helps you save speeds, as well as every 30 minutes, if you have one, I don't know if I have one though, there's a travel speed 50% boost that you can use, and that actually will help a lot. It'll save you a bunch of speeds. I have no idea really how much kills we're getting because I keep doing this one troop, one full kind of thing. So I've gotten 165,000 points, so I could almost get one rune pack for that. That's crazy. And I actually don't need any of this stuff in here, so not that important. These were the overall points. Dragonite is from Dragon Arena. It's used for the Boommeister hero. Chalice points is what you saw. Feudal points and royal points get you those royal gems. Right. He wants 442 also. And so it's much easier to fill once you have those comps built into your battalion. So I always recommend doing that. When I'm filling, I set the battalions up for 200,000 each. When it's a lead situation, I have a formation for my lead, or when I'm spearing, I go ahead and use a 50% boost on it. So, because that's normally what will happen. So then I can have the full 375,000 troops in there. They don't want to lose troops or give points, so they always pull instead of take it. Can't say it's a bad tactic, but the other thing you can do sometimes too is if at the end, like, you just can start like soloing as well. So I think supertashi's in there. So here he's got 155 castle stars, which is a max, 135, only one blessed, 374. So that's actually not that great. GM, here, but not really any temper, really, except for the range. Chest. Well, he's got a good amount of kills, 5 billion. Yeah, actually in there. So they pulled again, that's why I didn't lose any troops. one. Always look at the chat so you know who's going to join the rally. So they want 992 this time, so I'm going to do 45,000. 45,000. All together, that makes 992, which is 90,000, 20,000. Actually, better do it this side. Good. Oh, see, actually, they were speeding me up as well. Max. Alright, 659, so that's a different one than I'm used to. So 6,000, 5 with 25,000. 9 with 45,000, and he actually has over 1,300 spears. He's kind of a beast there. And see, talking, I just already forgot. So 30, 25. Everyone's saying 4 kilos. Might already be in here though. Well, we need to fill all the way up. So that's not good when you have 500,000 troops. That's 2 more fills at least I can put in there. Always just kind of keeping an eye. This is probably the most important screen when you're doing these kind of events to go to, so you can see what you need to fill, and either for defense or for offense. And don't forget to keep checking in here. Make sure you don't go over your total amount of wounded. Otherwise, you start losing troops into Sanctuary and more permadeath. So stay under that number there. All. By the way, if you delete, I didn't know this for a long time, it doesn't delete your troops. The word choice they use always made me afraid of that. But if you delete it, it just puts it back to 0. So it does not actually delete that. If you want to dismiss your troops, you actually go to a different page. Fort here. Here, we got that. Back hit us. We had more wounded, but and dead. That one, no Blackwing, unfortunately. And you can see it's pretty close when you start looking at the leads there. Like Enemy troops. Skills. Nope. See, they pull every time. It's just like clockwork. But it makes sense when the other team has the forts to do that. I feel like a little bit more on the losing side of some battles here. Because they see there's like always pull. And it does buy you time to have the forts though when you're holding it. So it gives your other leads more time, attack time when they're actually attacking. The rally is going on us. That's what you see when you have a family guild. You have a whole bunch of different guilds and you're all on a conversation together. At least the leads are. So you'll be able to see and coordinate here. And then some of these of course are our family, but they time it. And that's why you have a timer, so you can actually time and speed up or dismiss the timer, and so it goes. Swap 5, 6. I think I do before they attack. Nerve-wracking. And hopefully they will speed up. Yes. Where's that? The other thing you can do here is when there's so much chaos right there, where you can see where it's saying back from. That's the destination view. No, that's not what I want. See, sometimes it has errors there too, which is pretty good. So hopefully they'll speed me up faster. I can't see it. Alright, that should be okay. It's getting hotter under these lights. So I'm not actually streaming this live. This is going to be recorded. I haven't set up a delay on the live stream, so. So close. That's why the bases are so important, and the forts are so important, because every little percentage matters. Like that was just such a close match. Stars, castle skins, good number, boost 10 over here, 8 here, 4 here. So. definitely will hit hard. So if you're one of the last ones to fill, just go ahead and swipe right. And I do that on the T5 side of it. So you can see a lot of people just send pure T5 as well. This one guy's sending just pure T4, pure T5. That hippie always does that. And this one's doing very similar to what I'm doing, 50-50 split, which is probably the most common. And here you have like a 60-40 split. And they always do that. So not really getting that many kills until you're on the defense side. See how they're holding right here? They all are waiting 0. That's the timers. Hold. Four, 2, 4. That's that one. So the most common ones that you see initially when you start playing are 4-2-4 and 4-4-2. You might see then like a variation like 9-4-7 or 7-4-9. And then I'm seeing more 2-0-8 and 0-5-5. Well, and there's like 9-5-6 and a bunch of little variations like that. Play with it. One of our top guys you can't really even see though, because everyone is pretty much in their speed here. So this is all cavalry set. The middens of course are probably one of the best non-champ speed here. That is 11k, which is cav. 72 plus 530 stars, 3 level, 155. So he actually has the spears that are over 1,330%. See, I think they pulled again. People. Poisons. You might be poisoned. Alright. He's still up. He must have been. infirmary real quick while we're waiting. 5. You actually want to make sure you have Lunite though. When you're setting T5 on that, because to heal your T5s, it's really important that you have enough. So that's the. I'll get that back when we get back there. Alright. They said they're done. Oh, it's been calculated. Alright, so let's see how many chalice points did I get this time. $284,000. So you can't even get one of those, so it's not even that anything special here. And the reason it's so low is because you saw they kept pulling, so. And then when you're filling, you don't get that many. You get points for every tier 4 and above. How many? Probably 250,000 kills or so. I mean, so that's probably about right. I probably got 280,000 kills then for that, or 284,000 kills in that ballpark figure. So nothing like restricted or closed kingdom where you can get 1 million to 3 million kills really easily just by going hunting daily and really bring that score up. Heals. I'm gonna go get some resources here to heal, and then I will see you guys later. So that was Chalice, in case you ever was wondering what it was like. That's pretty much it, and how Emperor is, but Emperor is for like 8 hours of that, and then Baron is also pretty similar. So you're just focusing on what you need to send, you're leaving it to the leads and their assistant to pull and work out the guild. So each game has a little bit of different strategy, but as a filler, all you have to do is know which comp to send and send it, and make sure you have your anti on and things like that, so you don't get smacked. So it's been 10x Dragon. I hope that was fun for you, and I will see you later. If you have any questions for me, feel free to put them in the comments. I plan on doing a kind of like a Q&A or ask me anything type of video as well. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button so you can stay in the know for all the videos that I'm posting. And if there's anything specific you want, let me know and I'll try to cover it for you. All right, take care.